Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer joining the growing calls for Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign, and now Governor Cuomo rejecting, quote, cancel culture and the calls for resignation. We have the latest developments.
This morning, Bexar County Sheriff's Office is investigating the case that happened on the far west side. All the details just ahead here on GMSA.
And taking a look outside with live cam, you can see that there's going to be some light rain today and the roads are wet. Sarah Spivey is tracking all of that for you this morning.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock this Saturday, March 13th. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, starting your day with us. How's your day going so far?
Great. It's good to be here and filling in this morning.
So happy to have you. You know, we're going to bring the sunshine because it's a little dreary out there, Sarah.
It's definitely damp, and we're seeing some areas of light rain and mist already, but there is going to be a lull in the rainfall. However, later on tonight, we have another shot at rain, and hey, I'm not complaining because we need rain around San Antonio. So let's take a look at the current conditions out there. It is cloudy with areas of light rain, 69 degrees, breezy too, south-southeast winds at 15 miles per hour. I'll show you the radar here. Wherever you're not seeing the green, there's likely some drizzle too, in addition to some areas of light rain, but near the Stone Oak area, some actual showers near Timberwood Park and Bulverde as well. Temperatures are on the muggy side for this time of day. 69 at the airport, 67 in Bulverde, 66 in Comfort, 66 in Bandera, 67 in Tarpley, and 66 in Canyon Lake. So here's your weekend forecast. Some people are enjoying continuation of spring break. Today we're going to have morning mist and light rain. It'll be humid and breezy with a high temperature close to 80 degrees in the afternoon. But then tonight, a 60% chance for scattered showers and storms are in and around San Antonio, with the potential for stronger storms well out to our west. Don't forget, we lose an hour of sleep tonight. We got to spring forward, and then tomorrow we're going to see clearing skies, and it'll be nice and comfortable in the afternoon tomorrow. A high temperature near 75. So not a strong cold front, but it is bringing us that chance for rain. Coming up in the forecast, I'll show you those areas that I mentioned out west that have a chance for some stronger storms in the overnight hours, and I'll walk you through the futurecast and give you a timeline of when we can expect rain in San Antonio. Max, Tiffany.
All right, thank you, Sarah. New this morning, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office investigating a triple shooting on the city's far west side.
Officers were called out to the 9600 block of Highway 90 around 2 this morning. Alicia Barrera is live with more from police. Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning. Well, we know 3 people were injured, at least one of them very seriously hurt after they were shot in the chest. And at this point, deputies don't know if these people were shot inside the home or outside. But take a look at the scene. Again, this all unfolded around 2 this morning. As of now, investigators say no arrests have been made, and they are working to identify the getaway vehicle and any suspects involved. Bexar County deputies say they were called out to this neighborhood off of Highway 90 West near Westgate Drive. The caller stated they heard a vehicle speed away shortly after several rounds were fired. On the street, investigators did find numerous casings scattered. And again, right now we're waiting to find out if these individuals were shot inside the home or outside. But deputies tell us that, again, 3 people injured, 1 woman, she was shot in the chest, and 2 men shot in their legs. They were all taken to a hospital. Their location, however, was undisclosed. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. Now to the latest coronavirus update here in Bexar County. The 7-day moving average is now at 168 cases per day. Metro Health is reporting 158 new COVID-19 cases. That brings our total to 199,589. There are 3 more people that have died from the virus. The death toll now stands at 2,864 deaths. City health officials say there are 237 people in our local hospitals, with 97 in the ICU and 61 on ventilators.
And in the latest briefing, Mayor Ron Nirenberg also gave us a quick update on the vaccines in and around Bexar County. Mayor Ron Nirenberg says so far more than 319,000 people have had their first vaccine dose. More than 1/3 of those vaccinated are over the age of 65. He also sent a reminder that those in phase 1C will be able to get a vaccine starting Monday. He encourages everyone to sign up for the vaccine. Text alerts, and you can sign up for those as well. And you can do that, and that actually allows you to find out when appointments will be available. All you have to do is text vaccine to 55000.
In your morning headlines, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is slamming cancel culture and rejecting growing calls for his resignation as another accuser comes forward.
That's right. CNN's Meredith Wood has the latest.
I'm not going to resign. I was not elected by the politicians. I was elected by the people.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo refusing to resign despite growing calls for him to step down.
People know the difference between playing politics, bowing to cancel culture, and the truth.
Cuomo now facing harassment and sexual assault accusations from multiple women. New York Magazine reports the latest accuser is a former staffer who accuses Cuomo of repeatedly berating her and making suggestive remarks about her looks. Cuomo continues to deny all accusations against him.
I have not had a sexual relationship that was inappropriate, period.
A majority of New York State congressional Democrats are now calling for Cuomo's resignation. And Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand have joined the calls for the governor's resignation, saying in a joint statement, quote, "It is clear that Governor Cuomo has lost the confidence of his governing partners and the people of New York." President Joe Biden has yet to weigh in on whether or not he thinks Cuomo should resign.
There also is an independent investigation that is ongoing, of course, in the state with subpoena power overseen by the Attorney General, and he certainly supports that moving forward.
I'm Meredith Wood reporting.
The Biden administration is asking the Supreme Court to dismiss a case related to abortion counseling. The move comes after President Joe Biden signed a presidential memo directing Health and Human Services to consider dismissing a rule that bans federally funded health care providers from referring patients for abortions. Before this rule, clinics in the Title X family planning program were allowed to offer abortion counseling and referrals.
Now to the latest on the suspects of the January 6th storming of the Capitol. Federal prosecutors say the first plea deal could be on the table within weeks for some of the suspects. Now, the prosecutor says the first offers will go to 2 Texas residents willing to plead guilty in the riot. Additional charges are likely coming against members of the Oath Keepers. Now, if you don't know, the Oath Keepers is a group facing a conspiracy probe. More than 300 people now facing charges, but get this, the Department of Justice says that number could ultimately reach more than 400 people. None of the suspects charged so far have actually pleaded guilty.
Immigration officials are asking for help as they deal with a surge of migrants on the Mexican border. According to a Homeland Security official, Immigration and Customs Enforcement asked for volunteers to help with its current border operations. The volunteers would come from within the agency and could be deployed as soon as this weekend. Their role would be to help with security for migrant families and unaccompanied children. The number of those children keeps growing, including nearly 800 apprehended on Wednesday alone.
Time now is 6:08, 69 degrees out.
As if the confusion from switching clocks and lost hour of sleep aren't the only aggravations, there are some underlying health risks that comes with daylight saving. Still ahead, RJ Marquez tells us how to plan ahead to avoid daylight savings drowsiness.
I think we're losing an hour of sleep this weekend, aren't we?
Yes.
All right, and next we have a preview of today's episode of Texas Eats. David Elder taking us inside a Northside dessert shop, and he's making German chocolate cookies. Breakfast champions right there.
I'm hungry already, and it's only 6 o'clock. And we're taking a look outside with live cam. Sarah Spivey is tracking the weather forecast for you. She'll have the latest coming up.
All this is made in-house?
Totally,
From scratch?
All of it.
All of it.
Okay, here we go. If you love German chocolate cake, if you've ever had German chocolate cake and you kind of liked it, you gotta try the German chocolate cookie. Change your life. This thing is delicious, and it's loaded with all that icing on top. It is so good, and it's decadent. It's so heavy. Wow! Oh my goodness. You know what I love about this shoe? You fold it in half, and now you have a cookie taco. This is incredible.
I'm glad you like it. I love the topping. The topping to me is so rich and so full of flavor.
You guys know what you're doing. This is absolutely delicious.
Awesome.
I have to take another bite. Ooh. Now, you have a lot of different other cookies, but how did it get started?
Yeah, we basically decided that we wanted to do something different.
The German chocolate taco now. It went from German chocolate cookie to German genius.
I love your reaction throughout this whole segment. You're like,
Because he
Tiffany, that's Max's reaction to every Texas Eats.
he's a mastermind. I mean, he just transformed the cookie just like that.
I love it.
All right, Sarah. 69 degrees out there now. Are we going to see any sun today?
It's going to be hard for us to come by sunshine, but I do think we'll see a few peaks in the afternoon. What we're seeing right now is kind of like the appetizer to what's going to be going on late tonight. See, I'm thinking food after Texas Eats. We do have areas of light rain and some mist out there, 69 degrees. Ooh, it is breezy, it is muggy, it feels like spring outside. It definitely feels like spring outside. 69 degrees out there, as I mentioned, and we're seeing wind gusts of up to 22 miles per hour. You can notice that the roads along 410 there are pretty damp, and visibility is down in some places because of the mist that we're seeing. Visibility down to 4 miles in Hondo, down to 4 in Castroville, down to 3 in Pleasanton, down to about 8 at the airport, and down to 8 at New Braunfels. So wherever there's not light rain, there's also mist. It's just difficult to see mist on the radar. As I mentioned earlier, Hondo visibility down to 4 miles. You can't really see anything on the radar, but there is mist occurring there. However, you can see certain things on the radar on the south side of town, just between 1604 and 410 there, just to the north and to the west of Elmendorf. Let's go ahead and zoom into the downtown region. You can see it's nice and quiet as far as rain goes around downtown, but out across I-10, close to Oakland Estates, and just south of 1604 there near the rim, you can see a light rain shower. And on the north side of town near Timberwood Park and near Bulverde, as well as up toward Canyon Lake, we're also seeing a few light rain showers near Canyon Lake and off to the east. Seguin, Nixon, Smiley, and Gonzales, light rain showers mixed in with the mist as well. And it's mild, as I mentioned. We usually see a high temperature in the low 70s this time of year. We're already near 70 degrees in San Antonio, 66 in Kerrville, 68 in Uvalde, 73 in Del Rio, and 74 in Laredo. Now, before I get to the forecast, I want to mention if you live out in Val Verde County, you're going to want to pay attention to the weather late tonight, close to midnight, because some strong storms are possible there. We'll talk about that in a bit. For now, though, we're continuing to see gusty winds from the southeast tapping into that Gulf of Mexico moisture. We've had a steady wind from the southeast for the entirety of the week, and we're going to continue to see breezy conditions not only today but also tomorrow in the wake of a cool front. So if you have Saturday plans, we are going to see pockets of light rain and mist through the mid-morning hours, but by the afternoon that should really start to let up and we'll really just be left with a cloudy day. There will be a few peaks of sunshine out there, and that's going to help to boost our temperatures. We'll be close to 80 degrees around San Antonio, 80 in Hondo, 85 for the high in Del Rio, 90 degrees for the high in Laredo, near 80 along that I-35 corridor toward Austin. So just in summary, patchy mist and drizzle at 10, 70 degrees, humid and breezy at noon, peaks of sunshine 78. All right, let's talk about our rain chance. There's a big upper level low out to our west. That's what's going to bring a cold front through the KSAT 12 viewing area and the state of Texas. Here we go, midnight, right out to the west near Del Rio, Val Verde County. This is where we could have some strong storms tonight that we'll be monitoring for the possibility for hail and gusty winds. But as these storms move to the east, they're really going to lose their oomph, and by about 2 to 6 a.m., we're really just going to have scattered showers and potentially a rumble of thunder or two around San Antonio. Again, these storms are really going to die off as they move out to the east. We'll see a few light rain showers right around dawn tomorrow, and then skies are going to clear, and Sunday's actually going to be a beautiful day. Again, these are the areas we're watching for that slight risk for severe weather. Other than that, it's going to be a nice weekend with that possibility for rain. We could see widespread, I would say an additional 1/10 of an inch of rain, which which isn't much, but those lucky few will get about half an inch of rainfall from some of those pockets of heavier rain that we might see tonight. And then tomorrow, 75 for the high. We'll have another chance for scattered showers and storms Monday night into Tuesday. And then honestly, the rest of the week is looking very spring-like. Cool mornings and warm and comfortable afternoons. Perfect for spring break. Nice for spring break for those who are going to have spring break next week.
All right, thank you so much, Sarah. Just about 6:18, 69 degrees out.
To infinity and beyond. And cuteness, a Southwest worker found a lost toy and made it his mission to send it home. Still ahead, how this Buzz Lightyear was able to reunite with his owner.
Plus, the clock is ticking, and for most of us, we're about to lose an hour of sleep. Just ahead, how to dodge the daylight saving drowsiness.
Should we or shouldn't we turn the clocks ahead on March 14th?
It does cause a lot of problems for a lot of people. I have found it convenient to have more daylight during the day.
Whether you're for it or against it, there's no doubt daylight saving time impacts all of us.
Whether it's the spring or the fall, I'm always messed up for at least a week.
This 60-minute shift to the body's circadian rhythm can increase your risk for a heart attack, car crash death, or workplace injury more than any other Monday. But making minor adjustments the week before can not only reduce your risk, but also minimize the groggy effects. Getting outside and exercising in the morning can suppress your melatonin production. Also, put away the pasta and opt for more proteins and less carbs. Avoid any caffeinated items and alcohol 4 to 6 hours before bedtime. Arizona and Hawaii are the only two states that do not follow daylight saving time. RJ Marcus, KSAT 12 News.
I got nothing.
I like all the reactions.
Yeah, what'd she say? Knocks me off for about a week.
We both were like, okay, sounds accurate.
All right, 6:22, 69 degrees out.
A Buzz Lightyear goes for an adventure, and thanks to Southwest Airlines, he is now back home. Next on GMSA, how he got to reunite with his owner. It was to infinity and beyond, well, more like Little Rock and beyond for a beloved toy.
So Little Hagen now has 2 new heroes thanks to a Southwest ramp agent and a mailman. Take a look. Hagen forgot his Buzz Lightyear toy on a plane in Dallas, but his family didn't realize it until it was too late. They were already in the rental car. Jason, the Southwest worker in Little Rock, he spotted the toy and he made it his mission to get Buzz home.
Luckily, Hagen's name was written on the toy, so he was easy to track down. Buzz Lightyear arrived home a few days later in hand-decorated box complete with pictures of his adventures with Southwest Airlines.
That is so cute. And you know the best part about this is in Toy Story, they have the name written on the foot.
That is classic.
So there you go. Congratulations, Hayden, and good job to Jason. 6:26, 69 degrees out.
This year has been a stressful one. That's why recent additions to the Children's Hospital of San Antonio is more important than ever. In our next half hour, we introduce you to its newly added staff member, Marcus, the therapy dog.
And the United States surpassing 100 million COVID vaccinations. Still ahead, while President Joe Biden is saying he is confident that we could be COVID independent by Independence Day. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday, 6:30 this morning, Saturday, March 13th. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Tiffany Huertas joining us dark and early this morning. How was the wake up?
It was, beautiful out there. No,
there you go.
It's rainy and a little muggy out there this morning. And definitely, if you are heading out, Sarah, be careful, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a couple of accidents on the TransGuide there that aren't really majorly affecting our transportation, so that's some good news. Now, coming up in the forecast, we've got to talk about a couple of things. First of all, this morning's light rain and mist is going to let up, all right, but only temporarily, because in the overnight hours, we have another chance for storms. Some of these storms out toward Del Rio could be on the strong to severe side. So I do want people out there to be alert of the weather tonight. Here in San Antonio, though, it's likely that we're just going to get a shot at rain, which we desperately need because of drought conditions. So coming up in the forecast, I'll have a look ahead. Hope you stick around a little bit.
Thanks so much, Sarah. Well, this morning, investigators searching for the driver and any suspects involved in a shooting that left 3 people in the hospital.
Barrett County Sheriff's deputies were called out to a neighborhood located at the 9600 block of West Highway 90 around 2 this morning.
That's right. Alicia Barrett joining us live with information from deputies. So, Alicia, do we know the status of these victims?
They survived and they're recovering at the hospital. We know that 2 men were shot in the leg, and the one that perhaps is in more serious condition is the woman who was found shot twice in the chest. As of now, deputies aren't clear on exactly what led up to the shooting, but they do know that it was a house that was shot up. Again, this happened around 2 this morning. Several rounds were fired as deputies counted multiple shell casings on the street near the home. It's unclear if the 3 victims were inside the home at the time of the shooting, but we know a person who called 911 stated they heard a vehicle speed away shortly after the gunfire stopped, but a description of the vehicle wasn't made. And as of now, deputies still don't have a description of the vehicle. No arrests have been made, but they do continue to search for the gunman and the driver of that getaway vehicle. Reporting Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia. This morning, police still searching for a suspect wanted for shooting and killing a man in Shirts. Take a look. All this happened just after 6:30 last night. This is the 1000 block of Elder Road. This is the Sycamore Creed Apartments. Shirts police tell us that officers found a man dead in his car from a gunshot wound. Witnesses at the scene telling police they saw a man walking away and that suspect wearing a black hoodie and red shorts. Details are limited right now, but the investigation clearly ongoing. If you have any information that can help authorities, you're asked to call Shirts Police. That number 210-243-8159.
In Seguin, a family still recovering after their home burned to the ground early this week. The family now saying the hero is their 12-year-old son. A routine Tuesday morning for Brianna and her family when she realized her home was on fire. It happened in the 1700 block of Link Road around 9 a.m. Brianna says fire crews did all they could, but her son is the real hero. The family says they lost it all in the fire, but walked away with so much more.
It's kind of crazy because I like to think at 27 years old, my 12-year-old handled this better than I did. And I look up and my 12-year-old's got my 4-year-old on this side and my 9-month-old on his hip, along with one of our family pets.
Brianna says she's blessed. It was only a material loss. The family is now working to get back on their feet and currently accepting any donations. For more information on how to help, visit our website, ksat.com.
Another family suing CPS Energy for a death they claim is related to the winter storm outages. Now, this is a wrongful death suit, and it accuses CPS Energy of negligence that actually led to the death of Ezekiel Mendoza. Mendoza's son found him lying unresponsive in his home on February 22nd after the storm had passed. The Mendoza family also says he was unable to receive his usual dialysis treatment because of the controlled outages imposed by CPS Energy. The family seeking financial compensation for their loss, the first death-related lawsuit brought by a man who believes his wife died of hypothermia.
This morning, those $1,400 stimulus checks are already heading to millions across the country, as 25% of all adults in the U.S. have received at least one shot of the vaccine.
ABC's Karina Mitchell has the latest on the rollout and when we could actually return to normal.
As people receive their stimulus checks, President Biden is promoting the $1.9 trillion relief plan, promising this to millions of American families.
To every American watching, help is here and we will not stop working for you.
The law also extends unemployment benefits at $300 a week through early September. President Biden is also directing states to make every American adult eligible for the vaccine by May 1st, aiming to reach every part of the U.S. Plans are in the works for a national website and a new 1-800 number to help people find the vaccine. In Iowa, a programmer created a Twitter account to alert people about appointments. It's gained thousands of followers since going live Wednesday. Brian Finley created @IA Vaccine Alerts.
I've had people that have said that, they're in tears having gotten vaccine appointments for loved ones and family members. Knowing that I had the ability to do this kind of thing, I would almost have felt guilty not putting it out there.
All of this as 22 states ease restrictions. Tennessee's governor making his pitch to spring breakers and tourists.
Tennessee is open for business.
Meantime, the White House is hoping to have loved ones able to gather in small groups by the 4th of July. Karina Mitchell, ABC News, New York.
Community Labs is partnering with 3 local school districts to provide free COVID tests for students and staff this weekend. Southside ISD will have 2 testing sites this morning at Pierce Elementary from 7 to 9 a.m. and at the district office from 9 to 11 a.m. Southwest ISD's testing site will also be this morning at Krista McAuliffe Middle School from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And the Judson ISD testing site will be tomorrow at the Education Resource Center from 1 to 3 p.m.
Reverend James Robinson and the Gospel Vision Ministries, they are hosting a community health fair this morning. The health fair will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and it's right next to Chapman's Chicken on 1747 Southwest W.W. White Road. People who attend the fair can get free COVID tests, speak directly to health experts, and get a new supply of safety items, things like hand sanitizers, gloves, and masks.
CVS is expanding its COVID-19 vaccine allocation in Texas. The company is adding 74 additional pharmacies offering the vaccine to those eligible. 180 CVS pharmacies will now be offering the vaccine. They're expected to receive doses as early as today. CVS says appointments will open as they get the doses. To sign up, you can go to cvs.com or download the app.
All right, time now is 6:38, 69 degrees out.
There's a lot more to come. The Spurs win against the Orlando Magic. This comes after a big loss against the Mavericks on Wednesday. We have the highlights still ahead.
Go Spurs, go!
Has recently added a new member to its staff. I'm Sarah Costa. Coming up on GMSA, we introduce you to therapy dog Marcus.
Sorry, I got so excited about the Spurs, I talked over Sarah for a minute there. Anyway, 69 degrees out there, a little muggy to start the morning. What does the rest of the day, what does the weekend look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey right after the break.
This year has been a stressful one, especially for medical staff and patients.
It's why a recent addition to the Children's Hospital of San Antonio is more important than ever.
Sarah Costa introduces us to its newly added staff member, Marcus, the therapy dog.
Meet Marcus. He is one of the most in-demand staff members at the Children's Hospital of San Antonio. Since he joined the staff in November, the hospital's full-time in-house therapy dog visits several patients and staff a day and prescribes lots of love.
Marcus just has a way of connecting with the patients and with their families, and just kind of helping to bring some joy and to bring some distraction during this time that, has been so tough for everyone.
Allison is Marcus's handler, and at the end of the day, Marcus goes home with Allison, where he gets to be a normal dog.
And Marcus's job is pretty simple, but very important. Pretty much, he's here just to sit or lay in your lap and just give you lots of love and snuggles. Oh, that's good. That's a good boy, yeah.
Research has shown that they lower heart rate, they lower blood pressure, they distract from any pain and anxiety that a patient or family member might be having.
The hospital used to have several more outside volunteer therapy dogs. However, when the pandemic struck, those volunteer visits, they came to a halt. So when Marcus joined the staff, many precautions were taken, like only visiting patients who have negative COVID tests and not visiting any patients with viral or contagious illnesses.
Just to protect Marcus, to protect all the rest of our patients and families and staff as well, to keep everyone healthy.
Marcus has also played a vital role in de-stressing medical staff who have had an extremely stressful year with the pandemic. It's why Allison hopes they can have more therapy dogs in-house in the near future.
Demand here is already so high. Everyone wants to see Marcus. He's so popular just because he does such an amazing job. So we hope to grow our program and add more dogs to our team.
Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Marcus is so cute.
So cute.
He definitely needs to come by here.
Of course.
And speaking about our four-legged friends, do you like big mutts and you cannot lie? Well,
I want to clarify that was mutts.
Mutts. Well, the Humane Society is hosting a special event.
That's right. So it's going on today and tomorrow. The Humane Society hosting an adoption special for large dogs. You can adopt a dog 1 year or older for $25. To schedule a contact-free adoption or schedule a meet and greet, just head to sahumane.org.
And if you were wondering, sorry, there is no special discount if you sing the song. But it can't hurt.
I like big mutts and I cannot lie.
Good.
You other doggy can't deny.
I love the dog on there. He's so cute. And I mean, all these dogs in need of so much help. So many people, friends, family have adopted dogs during this pandemic.
Absolutely. And I was about to cry with that Marcus story.
Oh, it's so cute.
Because it's so true. I mean, we are in good health, thank God. But, you know, this past year has been so stressful. One of, I believe I got to see Scooby, Sarah's dog, at one point. I don't know where. Oh, yeah, during the winter storm. He stayed with her in the hotel. I started crying when I saw Scooby because it's so important to have that kind of love, and Marcus is doing a great job doing his job.
Absolutely.
All right, we are going to talk about rain and how outside right now it is damp and it is cloudy. You can see on 410 there the slick road conditions. Now, areas of light rain, they've let up. We're still seeing some returns on the radar, and of course we'll talk about that, but it's also breezy. Winds are from the southeast at 14 miles per hour, gusting up to 22 miles per hour. Where there is not light rain, there is mist. No light rain being reported on the radar out near Kerrville, Hondo, or Castroville, but visibility is down to 4 miles in those places because of a mixture of mist and fog. Visibility down to 8 miles at the airport. And as I mentioned, we are seeing some light rain on the radar. It's just let up a little bit from a couple of hours ago. Near Guadalupe County and Seguin, you can see a light rain shower pushing up north toward I-10 there. And within Loop 410, here closer to San Antonio, near Alamo Heights, and also near 35, close to the downtown area near the AT&T Center, near Wetmore, and up just to the east of 281, east of Stone Oak area, seeing some light rain there as well. And as I mentioned, off to the east near Lavernia, Stockdale, Nixon, Smiley, and just south of Seguin, we're also seeing some light returns. Not amounting to much, only a few hundredths of an inch of rain reported at the airport from the overnight hours. But once again, overnight tonight, we are expected to see a better chance for rainfall. Not the best chance, but a chance nonetheless. Temperatures this morning very mild, near 70 degrees just about everywhere. And as I mentioned, it's breezy. We're picking up those winds from the southeast at 15, tapping into that Gulf of Mexico moisture, adding one of the ingredients for rain, low-level moisture. And in the futurecast, it's going to be a pretty quiet day. Even the light rain and mist is going to come to an end by about noon. And into the afternoon, there will be way more clouds than sun. We may only get away with seeing a few peaks of sunshine, and temperatures should be in the upper 70s or near 80 degrees for the high. So it's going to be a warm, breezy, and somewhat damp start to the day before tonight's big rain chance. So patchy mist and drizzle at 10, 70 degrees, humid and breezy at noon, 73, peaks of sun and 78 for the high. Those winds could gust up to 30 miles per hour from the southeast, and we won't really see our chance for scattered showers and storms until after midnight. And of course, I'll take you through the futurecast here in just a second. But here is a big upper level low that's bringing snowfall to the Rockies, going to be bringing severe weather to the panhandle of Texas, and going to be bringing us our chance for rain in the overnight hours. So let's take you through the futurecast. Cold front is going to set up in West Texas, and that's going to move through the Del Rio area close to midnight. So Valverde County, Edwards County, you all are going to want to be on alert for the potential for some strong to severe storms right at around midnight. We'll keep an eye on things for you. But as this cold front and these storms move to the east, they're going to lose a lot of their oomph. And we're really only going to see scattered showers around San Antonio between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., potentially with a few rumbles of thunder. But I'm not concerned about severe weather here in San Antonio in the overnight hours. We'll see a few lingering showers around dawn as that front continues to push off off to the east. And then we'll be looking at clearing skies tomorrow. By about noon, lunch, we'll start to see skies clear. It'll be breezy but comfortable tomorrow. 75 for the high temperature. As far as rainfall totals go from our shot at rain, widespread, only about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. There will be a few lucky folks that can see up to about 1/2 inch if you get one of those heavier rain showers, or even if you get a storm over you, you're probably going to see up to about 1/2 inch. And then once again, we have another chance for some rain Monday night into Tuesday morning, and then by Wednesday it should be pretty nice for St. Patrick's Day.
There's a rainbow joke in there somewhere.
There's got to be a rainbow. At the end of the rainbow is a pot of gold. I don't know.
There you go.
More about.
Thanks, Sarah. 6:49, 69 degrees outside.
All right, go Spurs, go. Huge win for the Silver and Black. Back with fans in the stadium. We have the highlights next. Go Spurs, go. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday. Patty Mills helping welcome back fans to the AT&T Center last night. Right there, boom. First time back this year because of, obviously, the pandemic, and they were taking on the Magic. Spurs came out a little bit slow, a little nervous. 3,200 fans in the stands. Nikola Vucevic, USC, former Sixer, now in the Magic. He got the Magic off to a hot start. 10-2 lead until Keldon Johnson gave something to the Spurs. One-handed slam. The Magic down 8 players. It didn't act like an uncontested 3. Gary Clark. Spurs down 29-16 after 1. Second quarter, the Spurs went on a 10-0 run started by Patty Mills. Jakob Poeltl, man of the night, past the KJ. That's a game. 31-all. DeJounte coming alive with 3 straight. Spurs led 47-39 at the half. Let's take a look at the third quarter. The Spurs would go up as many as 14, thanks in part to Murray's steal. Look at this layup, 53-39. The Magic would cut that lead to 3 until back-to-back three-pointers. Patty and Rudy Gay, the bench, had a night. His first basket of the night. The Spurs take a 10-point lead in the fourth. The Spurs blow it open in the fourth. Another Rudy Gay 3, followed by a floater by Derek White, and 117 with DeJounte. The Spurs win big, 104-77. Welcome back, fans. Welcome back. Taking a look at the schedule for the Spurs road trip. Sunday, Philadelphia, 5:30 p.m. Don't be worried, though, because Embiid probably is not going to play. Monday at Detroit, 7 p.m. You know, optimism here. Detroit's not very good. Wednesday at Chicago. Bulls not very good. Friday at Cleveland. Cavs not very good. Saturday at Milwaukee. That'll be interesting, too. So there we go. A lot of sense of optimism if you're a Spurs fan.
I'm a little jealous I wasn't at last night's game.
Me too. But there's going to be more in the future. Don't worry.
Okay, fine.
All right, time now. 6:54, 69 degrees out.
Let's take a look at the birthdays today. This is Marcelino. How cute. Aww. He is 1 year old. Happy birthday.
Let's see. Who we got next? Janelle, 15 years old. Happy birthday. Remember to keep sending your birthday pictures into KSAT.com. Remember to include a name and an age. We show them every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday right here on GMSA.
Now let's take a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, a major storm targeting the central U.S. with severe weather and near blizzard conditions. Denver could see one of its biggest storms on record. Rob Marciano is on the ground tracking the latest. Plus, those stimulus direct deposits already hitting bank accounts for some Americans as the president, first lady, and vice president prepare to travel the country to promote the relief package. And big news in Bachelor Nation. Chris Harrison not returning for the upcoming season of The Bachelorette, and who's been named to step in. It's all ahead here on GMA.
This morning on the city's far west side, 3 people are shot and at least one of them was left seriously injured. Police were called out to the 9600 block of West Highway 90 near Westgate around 2 this morning. As of now, no arrests have been made, but investigators are working to identify the getaway vehicle and any suspects involved. Bexar County deputies say the caller stated they heard a vehicle speed away shortly after several rounds were fired, and on the street, investigators did find numerous casings scattered. Deputies say that 2 men were shot in the leg, 1 woman was shot in the chest, and they were all taken to a hospital. Their status right now is undisclosed. Reporting Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Patchy mist and drizzle out there right now. We'll see peaks of sun in the afternoon, 78 for the high, and it'll be breezy. Here's the timeline for some storms tonight. Between about 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., that's the best chance for rain in San Antonio. We'll be clearing tomorrow. It'll be a beautiful day, 75 degrees tomorrow for the high temperature before we see rain Tuesday night into Wednesday again.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to take an hour-long break for Good Morning America. We'll see you back here, 8 a.m.
Thankfully, we're going to be on the tail end of that system, so we're not necessarily concerned about severe weather in San Antonio. Out toward Del Rio, though, we'll be on alert after midnight. Now, current conditions outside, it's misty, and there are some areas of light rain, especially near Bulverde and out to the east toward Lavernia and near Seguin. So in today's forecast, we're going to see mist and drizzle for the first part of the day, some peaks of sunshine, 78 for the high. It's going to be breezy, gusts up to 30 miles per hour, and overnight, we'll have scattered showers and storms. Good Saturday morning. I'm meteorologist Sarah Spivey. It's kind of dreary out there. The roads are damp from overnight light rain and drizzle, and we're still seeing some mist out there. Current conditions at the airport near 70 degrees. It's breezy, south-southeast winds at about 15 miles per hour, and visibility is down to 4 miles from the areas of drizzle that we're seeing. On top of that, we're also looking at some areas of light rain. Now, the light rain has let up around San Antonio, but we're still seeing mist. South of New Braunfels, towards Seguin, and in eastern Guadalupe County out toward Gonzales. Here's our forecast for the day for us. Patchy mist and drizzle at 10, still cloudy at noon, humid and breezy with gusts up to 30 miles per hour. We'll see peaks of sunshine, 78 for the high, so near 80 degrees. And then in the overnight hours, we have a chance for scattered showers and storms around San Antonio. Around San Antonio, our best chance for storms is going to be between the hours of 3 a.m. and the pre-dawn hours near 6 a.m. And then tomorrow we'll be clearing and it'll be pleasant and breezy by lunch. Only going to get tail-end showers and storms from that system. Scattered showers and storms in the overnight hours. Until then, it's going to be muggy and breezy today. Tomorrow, skies will clear by lunch and it'll be a beautiful end to the weekend.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Right now on GMSA at 8 a.m., San Antonio police searching for a suspect in a triple shooting on the city's west side. We have the latest on the investigation and an update on the 3 people who were shot.
Plus, a man's night out for pancakes ends up in the emergency room while police say he was shot at a West Side IHOP.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City. Not too much to look out right now. 68 degrees to start your Saturday morning. What is the rest of the day? What does the weekend look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But until then, good morning. 8 o'clock this Saturday, March 13th. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. Thank you for starting your day with us, Tiffany Huertas.
I'm so happy to be here. Y'all are so much fun this morning.
Well, you know,
so much energy.
So much energy. We got to bring the energy, bring the sunshine, because it's not really outside.
Yeah, it's kind of gloomy out there right now.
Yeah, we bring the energy thanks to coffee. So if coffee wants to sponsor me, just plain old coffee, I'll take it. No, I'm just kidding. We are starting off pretty gloomy. Yes, that's absolutely true. We've had areas of drizzle and areas of light rain. The light rain itself has started to let up, but we're still seeing mist out there. Showing you current conditions. Yeah, the roads are a little damp right now. We've got some leftover dampness on the roads from the overnight light rain, and still light rain being reported at the airport. I just checked on rainfall totals from the overnight hours. It's somewhere along the lines of about 0.05 of an inch to 0.06 of an inch. So it's not too much rain as you'd expect from the very light mist and light rain we've been seeing, but it's rain nonetheless. And we have another chance for rain late tonight in the overnight hours. Winds are breezy from the south-southeast at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Visibility is improving, but it's still relatively low. Out to the east, that's where we're dealing with some of the light rain, substantial light rain out near New Braunfels right now, near Canyon Lake, and near Seguin. And as I mentioned, the roads are a little damp, and as you can see on the TransGuide cameras. So if you have early Saturday morning plans, just be aware that you may have to use those windshield wipers with the road spray. So coming up in the forecast, we're going to talk about how today is mainly just going to be a humid and breezy day, but tonight into tomorrow morning, we are going to have scattered showers and storms in the area. Then it'll be a clearing and a nice Sunday to end out the weekend, to end spring break for some folks and to start spring break for others. It's all in all going to be a bit of a mixed bag for the weekend, but don't worry, I'll be walking you through where we could see some of the stronger storms in the overnight hours coming up in just a bit. Next, Tiffany.
All right, thank you so much, Sarah. New this morning, 3 people in the hospital after a shooting on the city's west side. Police still searching for who is responsible.
Deputies were called out to the 9600 block of Highway 90 West near Westgate Drive around 2 this morning. As of now, no arrests have been made. Investigators are working to identify the getaway vehicle and any suspects involved. The caller stated they heard a vehicle speed away shortly after several rounds were fired. On the street, investigators found numerous casings scattered. Deputies say 2 men were shot in the leg. 1 woman was shot in the chest twice. All 3 victims were taken to the hospital. At least one of them was seriously injured.
Also new this morning, a man in critical condition after police say he was shot at an IHOP restaurant. Police tell us it happened at just before 3 a.m. This is the IHOP on Southwest Loop 410 near Marbach Road. They say 2 groups of the restaurant got into an argument that escalated very quickly. They say that's when one woman pulled out a gun and shot the man. Taken to University Hospital. Police still investigating. We are still waiting to learn what charges those involved will face.
Also new this morning, the Schertz Police Department is asking for your help in finding a shooting suspect. This after a man in his 20s was found dead in his vehicle from a gunshot wound at the Sycamore Creek Apartments in Schertz. Witnesses told police they saw a man wearing a black hoodie and red shorts running from the scene. Authorities said people at the complex are not in danger and that this is an isolated incident. Anyone with any information on the incident is urged to call Schertz Police at 210-243-8159.
Now to the latest on the pandemic here at home here in Bexar County. Metro Health officials reporting 158 new cases of COVID-19. The confirmed total here at home sitting at 199,589 cases. Our 7-day moving average now at 168 cases every 24 hours. We now know 3 more people have died because of the virus in the last 24 hours. That brings the death toll to 2,864 people. As for the hospitals, 237 people in our local hospitals, 97 in the ICU, 61 on ventilators.
Also, during yesterday's COVID briefing, Mayor Ron Nirenberg gave a quick update on the vaccines. He says more than 1/3 of those vaccinated in Bexar County are over the age of 65. So far, more than 319,000 people have had their first vaccine dose.
And community labs partnering with 3 local school districts to provide free COVID tests for students and staff just in time for spring break. Southside ISD will have 2 testing sites today. Pierce Elementary, and that is going on from 7 a.m. That's when it started to 9 a.m. So you still have 55 minutes left. At this district office, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Southwest ISD's testing site at the Krista McAuliffe Middle School at 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And Judson ISD testing site Sunday at the Education Resource Center, and that goes from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
About 20% of people who have contracted the virus in Bexar County are under the age of 18, according to data collected by Metro Health. Experts say it appears that younger kids are less likely to be seriously impacted by the virus. A study partly supported by the Centers for Disease Control shows more children in Mississippi had the virus than previously thought. Nationwide, the number of kids who have been hospitalized falls between 0.1% to 2%. Children who died from COVID are less than 0.04%, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics. Texas pediatrician Seth Kaplan says the study results are good news.
Maybe we're that much closer to getting to herd immunity, and it means that the rate of those very serious complications such as MIS-C are even lower than we thought they were, because they occur against a background of a much higher number of cases.
Trials for the vaccine for kids between 12 to 16 years old are wrapping up. That means the vaccine might be available by the next school year, Dr. Kaplan says. The vaccine for those ages 5 to 12 might be ready by early next year.
And over the past year, COVID-19 has created an unexpected information boom. That means computers, tablets, and yes, even smartphones.
They have become our primary means of information, education, and connection, even for those who weren't comfortable with the new technology.
Ursula Perry shows us how it is revolutionizing healthcare information.
By computer, email, or text, the way we connect with our doctors and keep tabs on our personal health information is ever-changing. Although the technology is widely available, new research conducted just before the pandemic indicates less than half of all patients were tapped in. Indiana University health information researchers found 24% of patients would email their healthcare providers, but only 18% felt comfortable texting, and a low 31% reported using an electronic health messaging system platform.
Some people don't know about it. Some people know that it exists but are not comfortable yet using it, so there is definitely room for improvement.
Using those healthcare platforms can reduce office visits and make it easier for patients to review their test results. These portals require patients, though, to set up an account and a password. Researchers say there is a benefit, though, to having a physician's instructions at your fingertips.
Some early studies suggest that it can have an impact on patient outcomes. In particular, patients with chronic disease or diabetes have seen improved outcomes.
And researchers say patients need to confirm their communication preferences with their providers. Some doctors are quick to respond to text or email. Others may unintentionally not get your message.
If you're worried about your healthcare information not staying private, well, you're not alone. 10% of people surveyed said that they're worried about that too. Your best bet, according to the experts, is to go ahead and use the patient portal that your healthcare provider makes available. Ursula Perry, KSAT 12 News for Good.
809, 68 degrees outside.
All right, still ahead, David Elder taking us inside the newest ghost kitchen in San Antonio, where they are throwing around cheesy, saucy burgers. Cheeseburger Breakfast Champions decided that looks delicious.
Plus, several businesses are looking for new employees now that the state has fully reopened. We'll tell you about a few of them and how to apply.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City, 68 degrees. Sarah Spivey, you say that there is a crash somewhere going on.
Incident at 410 South at 151. It's backing up traffic for a few miles, so if you have to travel that way, find an ulterior route.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday. Now that Texas is open at 100% capacity, businesses all over the state, including right here in the Alamo City, they are hiring.
Here's a look at some of the job openings in town this month. First, we have Bubba's 33. They are in need of 200 full and part-time positions, including pizza makers, servers, and dishwashers for a new location on West Loop 1604 North. SeaWorld is also hiring for hundreds of positions at the Marine Life Park and Aquatico Water Park.
And Spurs Sports and Entertainment, they are looking for new ushers, greeters, ticket takers, elevator operators, and event security staff. What a job. Via Metro, they are looking for bus operators and mechanics. These are just a few of so many available jobs. You can find all the links and all the information you need right now. Just head to KSAT.com.
Anything Spurs, you're all about it.
I'm in, but it is so great that, we are doing this and that businesses have reached out to us, say, hey, we do need to hire, because we know so many people right now, they don't have a job.
Yep.
All right, time now is 8:13, 68 degrees out.
Still ahead on GMSA, an Ohio high school wrestler is not letting life get in the way of his success. Details on what makes him unique and an inspiration for many.
And after the break, we're getting a sneak peek of this week's episode of Texas Eats. David Elder taking us inside the newest ghost kitchen.
Is this burger that you have here kind of a play on the traditional burgers that you've had at different spots, or is this a whole new idea?
This is a hybrid of what I've done and also what Lou has done.
And talk to us about your partner real quick for people that don't know Chef. I mean, tell us what's going on.
Chef Louis Colon. He owned Folk, Bear Pub. Just recently, he was a director of culinary at La Cantera. Right.
I'm going to jump in here. I want to take a bite out of this.
Get in there, beat somebody.
That's the tagline out here. What's going on in this burger? What we got here?
You got 2 all-beef patties, 2 4-ounce. So that's an 8-ounce burger. Each slice gets two slices of American cheese. You've got onions, tomato, lettuce, and pickles. And pickles are house-made.
Nice. That's a bite right there.
Get in there.
Swiss-made pickles, that Martin's roll that you could only get from Philly. The burger patties, the cheese, the pickles, everything that's inside of this burger bite makes it one of the best you can find in San Antonio.
So, love the double burger. I'm not going to lie, though.
You thought it was 4
I
packs.
thought it was a quad burger, and I got exponentially more excited. But shouts to the potato buns, because people sleep on them. Not literally. It's a.
I was so confused by that phrase, but I got it.
You got it? People,
I
okay.
got it.
People don't know the potato buns are so good. Anyway, 68 degrees.
We miss Elder, right?
Yeah, I wish I could have that burger this morning. Sounds good. Okay, let's take a look outside with live cam. Current conditions out there, it is a little damp. It's cloudy and it's muggy and breezy. It's 68 degrees. Southeast winds at 10 miles per hour, but we've already seen winds of up to 15 miles per hour, gusts up to 25, and today we could see wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour. Visibility is improving. The overnight mist and the light rain is starting to let up around San Antonio. As you can see on the radar, about 3 hours ago, it was a little bit more widespread. The light rain, the streamer showers were, and now what we're left with is a few streamer showers out near Canyon Lake, all the way up to Wood Creek, and near San Marcos and out toward Lockhart as well. East of San Antonio toward Gonzales, a couple of streamer showers moving from south to north and near Luling. Other than that, though, just some areas of patchy mist, and again, it is very breezy. Winds are from the southeast, sustained at 12 miles per hour, tapping into that Gulf of Mexico moisture, and you can just feel the humidity outside. You can cut it with a knife. Dew points in the upper 60s, near 70 degrees everywhere. This is one of the ingredients for us to see some rain today, the low level moisture. We definitely have plenty of it. And tonight into Sunday, that's our best chance to see rain around San Antonio in a while. So today, during the day, we're really going to be pretty quiet. As I mentioned, patchy mist and drizzle through about 10. We'll still be in the low to mid 70s by noon, when it'll still be pretty cloudy. Peaks of sunshine are possible, but full sun is going to be difficult, if not impossible, to come by. Near 80 degrees for the high temperature. Once again, gusts up to 30 miles per hour. And then tonight, we have a 60% chance for scattered showers and storms after midnight in San Antonio. So it is going to be in the overnight hours when we're trying to sleep. And speaking of trying to sleep, remember, we lose an hour tonight as we spring forward. We have a huge upper level low pressure system. This is a potent upper level low pressure system. Not only is it going to be bringing us a chance for rain in the overnight hours, but it is going to cause some devastating weather for parts of the nation. First, let's talk about the winter storm warnings across parts of Wyoming and Colorado. Those areas could see 1 to 4 feet of snow from this system. Additionally, we have a severe weather threat in the Panhandle. Our first moderate risk for severe weather in the state of Texas this severe season. That's a 4 on a scale of 1 to 5. That's up in the Panhandle. That's east of Amarillo. Those areas could very well see a tornado outbreak. Notice that here in San Antonio, we're not under a risk for severe weather. However, our friends out toward Del Rio have a slight low-end chance for severe weather, and I'll tell you what I mean. Let me take you through the futurecast. Look at the potential tornado outbreak across parts of the Panhandle. Now, we're going to be on the tail end of that system. This is midnight tonight into Sunday morning. Areas in Val Verde County and near Rock Springs and Edwards County could see a strong to severe storm on the low end of things, with hail being the biggest concern. But as this cold front moves to the east, those storms are going to weaken significantly. And between the hours of about 4 a.m. to the pre-dawn hours, that's our best chance to see some showers and a few rumbles of thunder here in San Antonio. It's not going to amount to too much, maybe an extra 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rainfall, potentially up to 1/2 an inch for those who, if you get a rumble of thunder, you're probably going to have a little bit heavier rain. But again, not a washout by any means. And then by dawn on Sunday, we're going to see rain clear from east to west, and it'll actually be a beautiful day on Sunday after lunch. So just a reminder, storms out west at midnight near Del Rio. We're going to be keeping an eye on those, and then scattered storms and showers here in San Antonio from 6 a.m. From 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then we're going to be clearing out nicely for the rest of Sunday as we end out the weekend. Looking ahead Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be warm, 82 and 84, and then another chance for scattered showers and storms Tuesday night into Wednesday before St. Patty's Day, ending the week comfortable and relatively cool.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 8:23, 68 degrees out.
A lot more to come, but after the break, an Iowa dad is using his tech skills to help people get their COVID-19 vaccine. We'll explain in our good news stories next on GMSA. Welcome back. We're all about good news when we have it here on GMSA. So this morning, we're sharing a few stories we came across.
So get this, an Iowa dad now putting his computer programming skills to work by helping state residents find open COVID-19 vaccine appointments. Brian Finley created a Twitter account that uses data from pharmacies administering the vaccines. It then sends out automatic real-time alerts when appointments become available. Finley says the feed has really taken off, gathering at least 5,300 followers since just Wednesday.
And 17-year-old Caden Hooks will face the country's top wrestler, Patty Gallagher, in today's Ohio State Wrestling Tournament. But Hooks says he's not afraid. He's already fought eye cancer, had both eyes removed before the age of 4, and battles with autism. He has been wrestling by feel since he was 6. He says the tables have turned, and now he's the stud people are afraid to face on the mat.
Wow, just amazing.
So incredible.
All right, 8:27, 68 degrees out. And coming up in our next half hour, a Texas woman arrested after refusing to wear a face mask in a bank. We have a look at how the altercation with police happened.
Plus, the San Antonio Spurs are collaborating with Oreo cookies. What we know about this sweet deal. Plus, we'll be live from the Riverwalk for a treasured San Antonio tradition. Just ahead, all the details on what St. Patty's Day celebrations will look like this year.
Good morning, 8:30 this morning, Saturday, March 13th. We're just going to get right to it.
We begin this half hour of GMSA with the latest from CPS Energy, apparently ready to go to court. It plans to sue the operator of the state's electric grid for energy price failures during the deadly winter storm.
That's right. In the lawsuit filed against ERCOT just yesterday, CPS Energy accusing the entity of forcing power companies to pay sky-high rates for energy. Even after supply issues had subsided last month, CPS President and CEO Paula Gold-Williams says the utility was forced to spend hundreds of millions of dollars in incremental costs to buy power and natural gas during a 5-day period coinciding with the storm. However, Gold-Williams could not provide information on how much was purchased days before the storm, when the utility could have reduced some of its exposure. Mayor Ron Nirenberg even praised the lawsuit.
The injustice of imposing an erroneous, excessive, and unlawful cost on San Antonians who suffered during the storm cannot be allowed.
ERCOT has already acknowledged that $16 billion of this $20 billion energy bill was an error. An ERCOT spokesperson today declined the comment on the CPS lawsuit.
If your property sustained damage during last month's winter storm, you could qualify for a temporary property tax exemption. Because of Governor Greg Abbott's disaster declaration, property with at least 15% damage by a disaster may receive a temporary exemption of a portion of the appraised value. The deadline to apply is May 28th. For details on qualifications and a link to the application form, just head over to KSAT.com.
Now searching for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. For the past 53 years, the San Antonio River has been dyed green, all in honor of the celebration of St. Patty's Day.
The annual tradition draws crowds to stroll along the Riverwalk and enjoy some green beer. But what will it look like this year?
Alicia Barrett joined us live from the marina with more details. Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning, Max. You mentioned the pot of gold. It's been raining, so Maggie Thompson, executive director with the Riverwalk Association, had actually said that we're hoping for that rainbow to pop up here. Maggie, good morning. We know celebrations are going to look so different this year. No parade, no festival, but the water will be green.
The water will be green, and I brought that pot of gold.
There we go for Max. You. Max, there you go. There's a pot of gold.
Yeah, so every year we dye the river green. It magically becomes this beautiful shade of emerald green, and so we'll be dyeing it from today, which is Saturday, through St. Patrick's Day. Every day we'll do some dyeing.
So people will be able to enjoy that. And actually, Ralph is standing by here with all that dye. You tell me it's eco-friendly.
Oh, it's absolutely. We have to turn the ingredients into the state, into the San Antonio River Authority, and they approve it. It does not stain the rocks, the beautiful rocks on the Riverwalk. So we take a lot of care with our dyeing.
How many visitors do you all usually welcome specifically during these next few days?
On a normal non-COVID weekend of St. Patrick's, we get about 30,000 people a day during the weekend. And so it's really robust. This year, probably not, since we're not having a parade, but it's a very popular time down on the Riverwalk.
So people want to stick with us here on KSAT 12 this morning because we're going to be actually showing some of the process of that dyeing. But you share with me that there's also something special going on tonight, and that's with Go Rio.
So every night up and through St. Patrick's, Go Rio boats, they'll light up green on top of our green river. It's hard to see the color at night, so the boats will be all beautiful green and white to celebrate St. Patrick's.
And Maricela's taking care of that, showing it off this morning. Well, you guys stick with us because we're going to be back with more. We're at the marina right now, but we're going to be making our way out to the Riverwalk at 9 a.m. and that way we can show you more of the process. Max, Tiffany, back to you.
Thank you, Alicia. Excited to check back in with you in just a little bit. Also happening today, Reverend James Robinson and the Gospel Vision Ministries. They're hosting a community health fair. So the health fair going on from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It is right next to Chapman's Chicken on 1747 Southwest at WWA Road. People who attend the fair, you get free COVID tests, you get to speak directly to health experts, and you can even get a supply of safety items, things like hand sanitizer, gloves, and masks.
And a look outside with live cam. It was a cloudy and gloomy morning, but Sarah, if people want to go out to the Riverwalk today, what should they expect?
Yeah, the rain has actually let up, which is good news if you want to go for a walk. But if you do go for a walk, it's going to be humid and it's going to be pretty cloudy out there. I'm showing you the visible satellite right now. We are seeing a brief moment here where the clouds may be thinning out over downtown San Antonio. That's what that black color represents, is a thinner existence in the cloud cover, but as you can see, the clouds are building back onto themselves, so it's going to be more cloudy than not today. Temperatures are hovering right near 70 degrees at 68 at the airport, 73 in Del Rio, 72 in Carrizo Springs, 75 in Cotulla, 72 in Beeville. And as far as rainfall, overnight, that light rain, that mist, and the drizzle only gave us a little bit more than 0.05 of an inch of rain. We do have a chance for rain tonight, a more significant chance for rain tonight through Saturday, but through Sunday morning. But until then, this is what we're dealing with right now. Just some very light streamer showers out near San Marcos in northern Comal County, out near Seguin, and out near Gonzales. These streamer showers were more abundant around San Antonio in the overnight hours. But as I mentioned, again, tonight through tomorrow morning, we're going to have a chance for scattered showers and storms. We're also going to lose an hour of sleep. Just a reminder that daylight saving time begins overnight tonight. So near 80 degrees for the high today. It's going to be humid and breezy. And then tomorrow we'll be clearing behind that weak cool front. I will say, though, that for our friends out west toward Del Rio, going to want to pay attention to those storms around midnight tonight because some of them could be on the stronger side. So I'll walk you through a timeline of what we're expecting around the KSAT 12 viewing area as far as this rain goes in just a few minutes. Max, Tiffany.
Thank you, Sarah. In your morning headlines today, the attorney for George Floyd's family says there is a $27 million settlement in place with the city of Minneapolis. The attorney, Ben Crump, says that the settlement sends a powerful message that Black lives do matter and police brutality against people of color must end. Some settlements and police-involved deaths are kept private, not this one. Often a settlement includes money, but specifies there was no admission of guilt. All right, well, officials at the Treasury Department and IRS says processing the new rounds of stimulus payments have already begun, so you might want to check those bank accounts this morning. The aim is to have the first payments start showing up by direct deposit in bank accounts this weekend. We actually hear of some people already getting that $1,400. President Joe Biden signed the new $1.9 trillion COVID relief package on Thursday and the day after it won final passage in the House. The measure provides for payments to qualifying individuals of up to $1,400 with payments to qualifying families of four for $5,600. And speaking of COVID, a day after Texas rolled back that mask mandate, a woman was arrested at a bank for refusing to leave after being told she had to wear a mask. So the dramatic confrontation with a police officer was caught on police body cam. Take a look. It was inside a Bank of America in Galveston. 65-year-old Terry Wright ended up on the ground during an arrest for refusing to leave this bank. Galveston police released the body cam that shows the officer trying to get Wright to at least leave 5 times. She refused to follow the mask policy.
If they ask you to leave, you have to leave.
My money's in this bank, and I'm going to take it out.
Well, then you have to abide by the rules. Well, you need to go and get a mask and then take your money out. We're going to do this the easy way or the hard way.
What are you going to do, arrest me?
Yes, for intruding on premises. We're going to go outside.
Are you serious?
Let's all go off outside. Let's go outside. Let's go outside.
Shoot me, people? Is he going to shoot me for trying not to breathe?
Cool.
Come on, dude.
Now, during the arrest, she tried to even get other customers involved. They showed no support, although the state mask mandate has been lifted. Remember, private businesses can still enforce their own mask policy. Galveston police say Terry is charged with criminal trespassing and resisting arrest. All right, moving on over to Jacksonville, Texas. That's what commentators are posting in response to this video on Jacksonville, Texas Facebook page. It shows police pursuing a suspect in Central East Texas. Now, the person runs near the drive-thru of a Chick-fil-A and bam, a man opens the door of his truck, perfect time, causing the suspect to run into it. Police say as officers were arresting the runner, the driver lectured the suspect on running from police. No word yet why he was running from police. No word yet on the charges. But look at that little hero going on. Yeah. What timing. Whew. And they caught him. There you go.
Time now, 8:40, 69 degrees outside.
Just ahead on GMSA, a new partnership between San Antonio Spurs and Oreos. Yes, the cookie. We're going to tell you what each pack will feature.
And Spurs fans were finally able to see the boys in action last night for the first time in a year. We're hearing from some of the fans on how they felt to be back inside the AT&T Center. Thousands of Spurs fans spaced out and masked up as they watched last night's game from the stands for the first time in a year.
That's right. So before the game, we actually had cameras out at the AT&T Center getting reaction from the 3,200 fans allowed inside. Remember, everyone had to wear a mask, temperature checks at the door, and seating pods were socially distanced. Even though there were a lot of rules to attend, fans say it was well worth it.
I actually had 2 tickets and then COVID hit. 2 Spurs games actually to come to and then COVID hit. So I'm really excited to be back.
Being able to watch them play again, like have that atmosphere and that intensity. I'm literally getting goosebumps right now thinking about it. So I'm super excited.
Love the Fiesta swag too. So coming up in the next half hour, we're going to have highlights from the game, details on what comes next.
And speaking of the Spurs, Oreo Cookies has partnered up with the Silver and Black for these limited edition treats.
That's right. So each pack of Oreos featuring 6 unique embossments on top of the chocolate wafers. We're just going to call them Oreos. They spotlight the logos of some of the greatest dynasties in the NBA. Obviously, if you're from the Alamo City, you know the Spurs are atop that list. We also have the Celtics, the Bulls, the Warriors, the Lakers, and the Miami Heat. Remember when the Spurs beat the Heat?
No.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
So any more questions on the awesome Spurs-related Oreos? We have all that information. Just head to KSAT.com. There you go. What was the hand on the hip thing? There's a little animosity going on.
She's like, no. Why did you say no? Are you a fan of the Heat or something?
I'm from Miami.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time, girl. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the weather. Outside right now, it is still pretty cloudy. And again, it's going to be difficult for us to see much sunshine today. We may see briefly peaks of sunshine, but then quickly clouds are going to take over again. It's going to be a breezy, warm, and muggy day. We've already had a muggy start. We've had areas of light rain and drizzle all morning long, officially a little bit more than 0.05 of an inch at the airport, so not important rain by any means, but it has made the roads slick in spots. So just be careful and be aware that you'll probably run across quite a bit of road spray this morning if you're heading out early this Sunday. Visibility is still lower than the perfect 10. Perfect 10 miles is perfect visibility, and you can see that visibility is down to 3 miles in New Braunfels, down to 7 at Bernie Stage, down to 5 in Kerrville, down to 5 in Castroville as well. Some light streamer showers out to the east of San Antonio, but really we're pretty much done with the shower activity until late tonight and into tomorrow morning when we're expected to see more showers. 68 in San Antonio, as I mentioned, 65 in Kerrville, 73 in Del Rio, 71 in Uvalde, 75 in Cotulla, and 73 in Laredo. These winds are still very strong. Honestly, we have been dealing with a stout southeasterly breeze since about Tuesday. So it has been very breezy since Tuesday. These winds are continuing to bring in that Gulf of Mexico moisture, one of the ingredients for rain later on tonight through tomorrow morning. Showing you the futurecast right now, I can't rule out a couple of isolated showers through lunch, but really we're going to get a break from the rain and a few peaks of sunshine into the afternoon. It's still going to be warm, though. Just a few peaks of sun is going to allow us to warm up to near 80 degrees just about everywhere across the KSAT 12 viewing area. Near 85 in Del Rio for the high temperature today. 90 in Laredo, 83 in Pleasanton, and in the mid to upper 70s in the hill country. So patchy mist and drizzle at 10. At noon, it'll be humid and breezy, 73, and then in the afternoon, 78 for the high temperature. And again, those winds could gust up to 30 miles per hour from the southeast today. Then we're going to turn our eyes past midnight because that is our best chance for scattered showers and storms in a while in San Antonio, all because of this very potent upper level a low pressure system. You can see all the snow that's going to dump about a foot to 4 feet of snow out across parts of Wyoming and Colorado and produce some severe weather across the panhandle of Texas later on today. However, for us across the KSAT 12 viewing area, this is a look at our futurecast. Right at around midnight, storms are going to be developing out west, again near Del Rio and Edwards County and up toward Junction in San Angelo. Some of these storms could be on the strong to severe side, with large hail being the main threat. However, as these storms push off to the east, they're going to lose a lot of their energy. And so by the time they make it to San Antonio, from about, let's say, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., we're really only going to be looking at a thin line of showers, possibly a rumble of thunder or two, but no severe weather in San Antonio. Through tomorrow morning, right at around the pre-dawn hours, we will see a few lingering showers, and then behind that front, skies are going to clear, and it's going to be a beautiful Sunday tomorrow. As far as rainfall totals go, widespread, only about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. So not too much rain from that overnight event tonight. But again, it is something. And then after our nice pleasant day Sunday, we're going to be warm Monday and Tuesday before another shot of rain Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, ending the week cooler and comfortable.
Thank you, Sarah. 8:49, 69 degrees outside right now.
Coming up next, Microsoft warning users that they could be vulnerable to a new type of ransomware. It is called Deercry, and we're going to explain after the break.
In your morning consumer news, another strain of ransomware could impact computer networks. Microsoft tweeted the warning about Deercry, ransomware that can cause computer networks to lock up by taking advantage of the security gaps. Microsoft says it's working to block the attacks. It is unclear who may be behind the new ransomware variant. And General Motors is working to create electric vehicles that can go up to 600 miles when fully charged. The car maker announced that it is partnering with a lithium metal battery developer to make it happen by 2023. Time now, 8:53.
I was going to say, I'm just going to stick with the Jeep right now. All right.
Too fast.
Yeah, something like that. It has been a long year of stress and change, but what about your drinking habits? Have they changed? Next, find out tips on how to take a break from drinking.
To deal with this,
the party of radicals,
and this,
become the only U.S. president ever impeached twice,
and this,
of more than 4,000 deaths in just one day,
many of us have turned to this.
I've had all these negative feelings about myself, and alcohol numbed that.
Drizzly, an alcohol delivery company, reported that in the first wave of lockdowns, sales surged by 700% to 800%. Even a small timeout for 30 days can impact your health. Your liver can focus on breaking down toxins in the body. You may lower your blood pressure, you may sleep more soundly, have more energy, clearer skin, and a smaller waistline. Your bank account will thank you too. The average American spends thousands of dollars every year on alcohol alone. While your relationship with alcohol starts to change, so should your routine. The Bewitching Hour is one of the most common drinking triggers due to the popularity of a post-work cocktail. So try to keep yourself busy throughout 8 p.m. And when in doubt, recruit a friend to take on the challenge together. Another bonus of the break from boozing, your immune system will also get stronger. And if you don't feel ready to take a big break just yet, but want to just cut back, consider trying out dry weekdays instead. And how much is considered too much? For men, it's 2 drinks a day. For women, it's 1. RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
What about you? What's your go-to drink? Producer's like, stop talking.
I know, they're like, keep going.
All right, 8:57, 69 degrees out.
The Children's Hospital of San Antonio has recently added a new member to its staff. I'm Sarah Acosta. Coming up on GMSA, we introduce you to therapy dog Marcus.
Plus, how people in Louisville are planning to honor and remember Breonna Taylor 1 year later.
A man in custody this morning after crashing his car into a business. We have the latest on what charges he could be facing.
And the U.S. tops 100 million COVID-19 vaccine doses administered. That's according to the latest CDC data, the latest on that milestone.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City. No sun just yet. 69 degrees to start your Saturday morning. What does the rest of the day? What does the rest of the weekend look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. Until then, good morning, 9 o'clock this Saturday, March 13th. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. Again, we've been saying it all morning. Not much sun out there. We are bringing the sunshine, though.
Yep, but there is some wacky weather all over the U.S., right, Sarah?
Oh, my goodness. Absolutely, Tiffany. Parts of the United States are going to be dealing with 1 to 4 feet of snow, speaking of Colorado and Wyoming. And then parts of Texas, the panhandle of Texas, potentially facing a tornado outbreak. Now, here in San Antonio, we're just going to get another shot at rain late tonight and into tomorrow morning. Road conditions are improving. This is 410 at Perrin Vital, and this is 410 at Jackson Keller. Earlier this morning, we had areas of light mist and light rain, and that made the roads a little damp. And you still may run across parts of the road that are slick in spots, but generally road conditions are improving. Still recording light rain at the airport, although if I'm honest with you, I don't really see much of that on the radar. It might just be some light drizzle in some spots. 69 degrees with winds from the southeast at 15, gusting already up to 20 to 25 miles per hour. Now today, we are going to see wind gusts of up to 30 miles per hour. So it's going to be breezy all day long. And on the satellite imagery, there may be a few pockets of sunshine here and there, but generally the clouds are going to build on themselves, and it's going to be a pretty cloudy day. Really mild to start our day too. 73 in Del Rio, 73 in Carrizo Springs, 76 in Cotulla, 66 in Kerrville, 70 in New Braunfels. And there still are some streamer showers, mainly to our east of San Antonio, but down in Wilson County you can see some streamer showers working their way from south to north through Floresville and near Lavernia as well. So some of those light rain showers are out there, but they're generally coming to an end. So it's just going to be a humid and breezy day today, pretty cloudy as well. We will see scattered storms overnight through the pre-dawn hours of Sunday. In the forecast coming up, I'm going to talk about what parts of the KSAT 12 viewing area potentially have a chance for some stronger weather. It's a clearing and nice Sunday, though, behind that front. Now, I'm going to tell this to our producers. I was looking at the trans guide, and I do see a rollover crash that I'd like to take a look at a little bit later in the show. I'll work on that, but for now, just stick around for the forecast. We're going to talk about those storms coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, a man is in custody after crashing his car into a business on the city's north side. It happened just before 2 this morning in the West Avenue in Lamonda. Police say the man in his late 30s ran his SUV into the corner of a business. The driver's wife and child were also in that SUV. Officers say the man was taken into custody for suspicion of DWI. Charges are pending.
None of the latest on the pandemic here at home in Bexar County. The 7-day moving average, 168 new cases every day. Metro Health reporting 158 new cases in the last 24 hours. We also know 3 more people have died because of this virus. The total death toll standing at 2,864 people. City health officials say there are 237 people in our local hospitals, 97 in the ICU, 61 on ventilators.
About 20% of people who have contracted the virus in Bexar County are under the age of 18, according to data collected by Metro Health. Experts say it appears that the younger kids are the less likely that they're going to get seriously impacted by this virus. A study partly supported by the CDC shows many more children in Mississippi had the virus than previously thought. Nationwide, the number of kids who have been hospitalized falls between 0.1% to 2%. Children who have died from COVID are less than 0.04%, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics. Texas pediatrician Seth Kaplan says the study results are good news.
Maybe we're that much closer to getting to herd immunity, and it means that the rate of those very serious complications such as MIS-C are even lower than we thought they were, because they occur against a background of a much higher number of cases.
Trials for the vaccine for kids between 12 to 16 years old are wrapping up. That means the vaccine might be available by the next school year, Dr. Kaplan says. The vaccine for those ages 5 to 12 might be ready by early next year. And we want to remind you, join us on March 16th for KSAT's second Parenting in a Pandemic live stream special. You can watch it online or on our mobile news app or our free streaming app. Myra Arthur is the host, and she will be joined by a panel of professionals to tackle some important issues like mental health and addiction to technology. You can also submit any questions you have right now on KSAT.com. In your morning headlines, more than 101 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine have been given out in the U.S. According to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, that tally includes the first shot given all the way back on December 14th. Thursday's vaccination rate set a new record with nearly 3 million doses administered. About 10% of the U.S. population is now fully vaccinated.
And a large asteroid expected to safely zoom past Earth at a whopping 77,000 miles per hour on March 21st. NASA says it is the largest asteroid predicted to pass our planet all year. They say it's faster than the speed at which most asteroids encounter Earth because of the unique position of its orbit around the sun. It was discovered in March of 2001. It is believed to be 1,300 to 2,200 feet wide. The asteroid not expected to come this close to Earth until 2052.
All right, stand by.
There you go. You heard it right there. Stand by for the next 5 days. San Antonio Riverwalk will look a little bit different, all part of the annual tradition to celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Although the parade and festival are canceled, the Dine of the Riverwalk will still take place for visitors to have a different during their stroll.
All right, so yeah. All right, let's see if I can do this. The other way, let's see. Boom, we figured it out. Alicia Rivera joining us live from the Riverwalk on more for this weekend celebration. Good morning, Alicia.
Good morning, Max and Tiffany. Well, it's an exciting weekend and things are going to look a little bit different. There's not going to be that parade, that festival that we love. This is the second year that that's not happening, but there's going to be a lot of green. Maggie, good morning.
Good morning, Alicia.
So how does this process work of turning the river green? Because I know I'm one of the ones that I'm like, it's already green.
Well, it's Irish, it's magical, but we do have somebody that we use gallons and gallons of green dye. We dilute it and it's eco-friendly, and Roslyn is spraying it. If you want to get a shot of that, we make a nice line of this beautiful green dye.
And this is an emerald green,
it's
so
an emerald
obviously
green,
already
eco-friendly,
you can see the difference of it. And that's a big thing that you mentioned. It's eco-friendly, so no staining.
No staining.
But we definitely don't want that spraying on us right now.
Doesn't hurt the fish or the ducks. And then we rely on our friends at Go Rio, these beautiful tour boats, to come through and mix it up for us so that it, spreads out and turns the entire river green.
And obviously this year it's looking a little bit different. Usually already crowds would be watching this process take place. That's different because, of course, we got to keep that social distance in place and try to stop the spread of COVID, right?
Right, absolutely. So we are magically turning it green. Normally we have bagpipers on the boats. We make a big to-do. This year, like you said, we're not having the parades, but every night people can come out and enjoy the beautiful Go Rio tours. They're going to be lit up green during the day. The river's green. So we encourage everybody to come out through St. Patrick's Day and enjoy the Riverwalk and have a beverage on a patio.
And you mentioned this is such a big deal for the Riverwalk Association because, of course, like every other organization, business, it's been difficult for the past year.
Yeah, we've not been able to do all of our events that people love coming down to the Riverwalk and celebrating. So we're so happy to get to at least show off our gorgeous, beautiful river. This is a spring break week, so we'll have quite a few folks.
Maggie, thank you so much. Rosalind, thank you so much for that spraying. Ralph for leading us on the boat. Stick around with us because we're going to be talking about green beer. Yes, it's still happening, and we'll be talking to some royalty, so you want to stick around for that. Max, Tiffany, back to you.
Thank you, Alicia. I love the behind-the-scenes look. Time now, 9:09, 69 degrees.
Well, Jeep unveiling its new luxury SUV. The details of all the features still ahead in our next half hour.
And we have a preview of today's episode of Texas Eats coming up right after GMSA. David Elder takes us inside the newest location of Velvet Taco, a Texas-based global fusion taco joint, now open on the northwest side of San Antonio at the Rim.
And taking a live look out of the Alamo City, 9:10, 69 degrees out. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments.
So that's our chicken and waffle taco. So what we've done is the tortilla is actually a pliable waffle tortilla, and we do a red chili aioli base, an apple slaw, fried chicken tenders, bacon, peppercorn gravy, and chives on top. So it is a meal in a waffle tortilla.
What am I eating? That is really good. But that's like crazy.
Yeah. All of the tacos and the items here on the menu at Velvet Taco have a global fusion flavor to them. So when you take a bite, it's not going to be Tex-Mex, but it's going to be delicious.
So this is our fish and chips. We've got our base of fries tossed in salt and malt vinegar, slaw, and then we have a fried cod topped with a curry mayonnaise actually on top.
So good. Give me some elbow. Wow.
Now, before the break, I brought to your attention a rollover this is 281 South at Hildebrand. Now, we don't see any indications of anybody being majorly injured or anything like that, but first responders are on the scene. Of course, we'll continue to get more information as that becomes available. We don't know what caused this, but we do know that the roads are a little slick. So if you can, be very careful this morning, just because we have seen some areas of rain. Of course, we'll provide more information about that as it becomes available. For now, though, let's go ahead and take a look outside with live cam. It is cloudy out there and it is breezy. We're still picking up some rain being reported at the airport, but I just doubt that it's raining right now. I think that there's probably just potentially some areas of mist and drizzle, and it is a little damp out there, definitely. Southeast winds at 15 miles per hour. We've already seen wind gusts of up to about 25 miles per hour at times, and today winds could gust up to about 30 miles per hour. Now, just because it's not necessarily raining in San Antonio doesn't mean it's not raining elsewhere, and we are seeing some streamer showers out near San Marcos, pushing up to the north, and then just east of San Antonio and even into eastern Bexar County, some streamer showers from Floresville up to Lavernia up to New Berlin. So those areas are dealing with a quick splash and dash shower. Also seeing some streamer showers out near Gonzales. As I mentioned, it's very breezy. Winds are sustained at 15 miles per hour at the airport, but winds are sustained up to nearly 20 miles per hour in Kerrville. We have had wind conditions that have been this breezy since Tuesday, all building up this low level moisture. It's very sticky at the surface. Dew points are in the upper 60s. You can feel that humidity. This is going to be one of the ingredients for rain late tonight into tomorrow morning. We are going to see scattered showers and storms out there past midnight, but the day today is going to just be pretty much gray, patchy mist and drizzle at 10, humid and breezy at noon, 73 degrees. For the afternoon, looking at a high temperature close to 80 degrees with peaks of sun. You're going to see the sun briefly and then it's going to go away because it's going to be pretty cloudy today. Southeast winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour, and after midnight we are going to see the chance for some showers and storms here in San Antonio. This is a very, very potent upper level low. This is a dynamic system which is going to create all kinds of weather for the nation. Big upper level low. First, it could create about 1 to 4 feet of snow for parts of the Rockies in Colorado and in Wyoming. You can already see that it's snowing in those areas. And then on top of that, severe weather is going to be possible For the panhandle of Texas, especially, a moderate risk for severe weather. A moderate risk is a 4 on a scale of 1 to 5. There could very well be a tornado outbreak east of Amarillo today. So if you have friends and family that have travel plans across the state of Texas today, I would avoid the panhandle of Texas because you just don't know what you're going to get later on today. You can see that the slight risk for severe weather, this yellow area, extends all the way down to Del Rio and Valverde County, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the future cast and what this system is going to bring us in the KSAT 12 viewing area. Not concerned about severe weather in San Antonio, but the tail end of the stronger storms could go through Valverde County, Edwards County. This is look at midnight, right ahead of that front. The main concerns here would not be tornadoes. They would be things like hail up to the size of quarters or gusty winds. But as this system moves to the east, it's going to lose a lot of its strength. And from about, I would say, 3 a.m. to 7 a.m., we're going to have scattered showers, a line of scattered showers around San Antonio with a few rumbles of thunder possible. But we are not worried about severe weather here in San Antonio. We'll be seeing a few lingering showers around dawn, and then skies will clear from west to east, and it's going to be a sunny and beautiful day tomorrow. So just to remind you, storms out west at midnight, 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's when we'll see scattered showers, potentially even a few rumbles of thunder, and then a nice and sunny end to things by lunch on Sunday. 75 degrees for the high, warm on Monday and Tuesday, 82 and 84, and then another chance for scattered showers and a few storms Tuesday night into Wednesday before we end the week a little cooler and comfortable.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. 9:19, 70 degrees out.
California seniors celebrated being fully vaccinated with a party and a COVID piñata. The story's still ahead. This year has been a stressful one, especially for medical staff and patients.
It's why a recent addition to the Children's Hospital of San Antonio is more important than ever.
Sarah Costa introduces us to its newly added staff member, Marcus, the therapy dog.
Meet Marcus. He is one of the most in-demand staff members at the Children's Hospital of San Antonio. Since he joined the staff in November, the hospital's full-time in-house therapy dog visits several patients and staff a day and prescribes lots of love.
Marcus just has a way of connecting with the patients and with their families, and just kind of helping to bring some joy and to bring some distraction during this time that, has been so tough for everyone.
Allison is Marcus's handler, and at the end of the day, Marcus goes home with Allison, where he gets to be a normal dog.
And Marcus's job is pretty simple, but very important. Pretty much, he's here just to sit or lay in your lap and just give you lots of love and snuggles. Oh, that's good. That's a good boy, yeah.
Research has shown that they lower heart rate, they lower blood pressure, they distract from any pain and anxiety that a patient or family member might be having.
The hospital used to have several more outside volunteer therapy dogs. However, when the pandemic struck, those volunteer visits, they came to a halt. So when Marcus joined the staff, many precautions were taken, like only visiting patients who have negative COVID tests and not visiting any patients with viral or contagious illnesses.
Just to protect Marcus, to protect all the rest of our patients and families and staff as well, to keep everyone healthy.
Marcus has also played a vital role in de-stressing medical staff who have had an extremely stressful year with the pandemic. It's why Allison hopes they can have more therapy dogs in-house in the near future.
Demand here is already so high. Everyone wants to see Marcus. He's so popular just because he does such an amazing job. So we hope to grow our program and add more dogs to our team.
Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
So cute.
He's so lovable. I love it.
All right, 9:24, 70 degrees out.
So how do you celebrate being fully vaccinated against COVID? Well, by smashing a COVID piñata. We have the story of the big party some seniors had next on GMSA.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday. Seniors at a California senior living facility celebrated being fully vaccinated with a piñata party.
Everyone at the facility received their second shot 2 weeks ago. So staff decided to have a party with COVID germ piñatas for residents to help them vent frustrations from isolation over the past year.
So the program director said, quote, "To have them be able to come out today just for my own heart is terrific," end quote. There was also a piñata for the staff. All right, there you go. A lot of people stressed over the last year. This is one way to air your frustrations, I guess.
Definitely.
9:28, 70 degrees out.
Krispy Kreme is getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. Still ahead, the reveal of the St. Patrick's Day donuts and when will they be available for you to buy?
There you go. And today marks 1 year since the deadly police shooting of Breonna Taylor. Next on GMSA, how in Louisville they plan to remember and honor her. Good morning, welcome back, and happy weekend. 9:32 this morning, March 13th. Thank you so much for starting your day with us. Thank you, Tiffany, for joining us this morning.
It's been a lot of fun, but we are looking at a lot of different road conditions out there. Sarah, what can you tell us?
Well, earlier those road conditions were damp, and we have been reporting on a rollover accident, 281 south at Hildebrand. They're actually clearing that accident right now, which is good news for folks who are needing to travel along 281. That being said, traffic is still backed up all the way to where Almost Park begins, right there on 281 south. So just use caution on those roads. Some of the roads are still damp, but they're mainly drying up. We did have some areas of mist and drizzle in the overnight hours and light rain even, up to about 7/100 of an inch of rain fell at the airport, which really isn't much, but it's something. And we have a better chance for rain late tonight through tomorrow. It is cloudy out there. Clouds have completely taken over, and it's going to be difficult to see sun. You may see a peaks of sunshine during the day, but those will be overtaken by clouds. Near 70 at the airport, 73 in Del Rio, 73 in Carrizo Springs, and 76 in Cotulla. We do have some streamer showers out to the east of San Antonio, near Lavernia, moving up north towards Seguin, toward that I-35 corridor and toward New Braunfels. But around San Antonio, we're really just seeing those cloudy skies. So after this morning mist, it'll be humid and breezy today, a high near 80 degrees. Overnight tonight, we will see scattered showers and storms, and of course we'll lose an hour of sleep because daylight saving time is going to begin. Just a friendly reminder there. And then it'll be nice on Sunday after those storms continue to push off to the east. It'll be clearing in 75. Coming up in the forecast, we'll talk about which areas in the KSAT 12 viewing area could even see some strong to severe storms from the overnight storms that are going to be moving through. I'll have that forecast coming up for you in just a bit.
Thank you, Sarah. New this morning, San Antonio police are searching for a shooting suspect after 3 people were shot overnight. It happened at the 9600 block of Highway 90 West near Westgate Drive around 2 a.m. Investigators are working to identify any suspects involved. Witnesses say they heard a vehicle speed away shortly after shots were fired. Deputies say 2 men were shot in the leg. 1 woman was shot in the chest twice. All 3 victims were taken to the hospital.
What has been 1 year since Breonna Taylor was shot and killed by police in her home in Louisville.
The anniversary of her death comes amid renewed calls for justice. Here's ABC's Zareen Shaw with more.
Say her name! This weekend marking the 1-year anniversary of Breonna Taylor's killing by police against the backdrop of the Derek Chauvin trial, one of 4 officers charged in George Floyd's death. Taylor and Floyd's killing together fueled the modern-day racial justice movement in America. Breonna Taylor's life mattered! In Louisville, demonstrations plan to remember and honor Taylor.
Raising awareness. They want it to be done in remembrance, and they don't want a celebration because we have not gotten justice.
The 26-year-old black EMT was killed when Louisville police executed a no-knock narcotics warrant at her home when she and her boyfriend Kenneth Walker were already in bed. No drugs were found.
Keep walking back. Walk backward.
Walker says he thought intruders were trying to enter and fired 1 shot, striking an officer in the leg. The officers fired back, killing Taylor.
Breonna and I did not know who was banging on the door, but the police know what they did.
Kenneth Walker had been under threat of criminal charges, but that case was permanently dismissed by a judge this week. Back in October, ABC spoke with Jonathan Mattingly, one of the police officers involved in the raid.
It's not a race thing, like people want to try to make it to be. This is a point where we were doing our job. We gave too much time. When we go in, I get shot, we return fire.
None of the officers involved were charged in Taylor's death, though 1 officer was indicted by a grand jury on wanton endangerment charges for shooting into a neighbor's apartment. 2 other officers who fired shots during the raid were dismissed from the force. But some members of the grand jury say Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron never presented them with homicide as a charge to consider against the officers, and have now joined a group of other Kentucky citizens seeking to impeach Cameron for breach of public trust.
Tom, why you got a job to do?
Meanwhile, Breonna Taylor's mother is still demanding justice, calling on the local prosecutor Tom Wine, who had previously recused himself, to bring criminal charges against the officers. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And back here at home, exciting time for San Antonio. The 2021 NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament coming to the Alamo City in just over a week. And with it comes some questions. That is why tomorrow morning on Leading SA at 8 a.m., Jenny Carnes with San Antonio Sports. She's going to be joining us live to talk about the game plan for this year's tournament. If you have any questions that you would like asked, you can submit them right now. Just head to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com. All right, with a little luck and a little bit of color, for the past 53 years, the San Antonio River has been dyed green, all in honor and celebration of St. Paddy's Day.
The annual tradition draws crowds to stroll along the Riverwalk and enjoy some green beer. But what will it look like this year? Alicia Barrera has been live from out there this morning. Alicia, what can you tell us?
You guys, it's so early, but already a lot of people on the Riverwalk, and we made it with our fiesta, with our Riverwalk royalty. They've been so gracious all morning, and we're here to talk about the history of the San Antonio Riverwalk, specifically with St. Paddy's Day. So we're with the Queen, Miss Michelle. Michelle, how special is it to be able to celebrate in this way this year?
So special. Since 1968, the Riverwalk has been turning the river green, River Shannon, and so it turns into a beautiful emerald green. We invite everybody to come down, see the beautiful Riverwalk for 2.5 miles, magically turned emerald green.
And it's so special because already we've seen the kayakers, right? People dressed in green. Obviously, we have our beautiful royalty. David, there's a special thing that everybody loves to come out for, and that's
the beer. Obviously, it's not green, but hey, any beer will do at this point.
And the green beer is so special, obviously, St. Paddy's. Just tell me about how it is for you, seeing so many people out. Obviously, it's different this year, right?
Exactly. It's been different, and I mean, everyone's still wearing masks, so that's good. We definitely want to promote the Riverwalk, so I'm happy to see the Riverwalk being used, alive, active, so it means a lot for us, for the city of San Antonio as well. It's our gym, so we definitely have to keep up with it.
Thank you. And it's obviously been a tough year for royalty because we haven't really seen them out, but take a look at how great they look this morning. Already we have some gentlemen over here. It's never too early. At 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So they're dressed in green. They're not going to get pinched today. But know that the next time, so in just a few hours, the Riverwalk is going to be that emerald green that we showed you earlier, and already the staff is taking care of that. And obviously the city of San Antonio is trying to keep crowds down to a minimum, so it'll be a surprise as to exactly what time the Riverwalk will be fully green. But again, 2.5 miles of that beautiful St. Paddy's green. So these are some of the celebrations happening here in downtown San Antonio. Max, Tiffany, we're still hoping to see that rainbow to find the pot of gold. Back to you.
Thank you, Alicia. There's a lot of people out there this morning.
Yes, there are.
A lot of happy people. Yep. Time now, 9:39, 70 degrees.
All right, go Spurs, go. If you're a Spurs fan, you're a happy person this morning. Silver and Black, welcome back fans at the AT&T Center, and they welcome back with a big win. We're going to have highlights right after the break.
And Krispy Kreme is celebrating St. Patrick's Day with some festive donuts, the flavors, and when you'll be able to buy them in stores next on GMSA.
And let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. We saw Alicia out there. We saw a lot of people out there. 70 degrees now. What is the rest of the day? What does the weekend look like? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday. In your morning consumer news, Uber and Lyft creating a new industry sharing safety program.
The ride-sharing companies are now relaying information to each other about drivers and delivery people deactivated from their platforms. The program will include deactivations for sexual and physical assaults dating back to 2017. Uber and Lyft drivers undergo annual background checks and are continuously monitored for criminal offenses.
But Lyft says assaults tend to be underreported. The safety sharing program does not apply to riders.
And Jeep is showing off its new entry into high-end luxury SUV market. The new Jeep Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer come in a range of styles.
That's right. So the vehicles feature 3 rows of seats plus leather and wood trim. The lowest price Wagoneer starting at $68,000, while the opulent version, the fancy one, the Grand Wagoneer, starting $108,000. That's a $108,000 Jeep.
The first Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer SUVs are slated to arrive at dealerships in the second half of this year.
All right, this is it, the grand finale. Krispy Kreme going green through St. Patty's Day. It is offering these holiday, can't speak, holiday donuts, the Lucky Unicorn Leprechaun? There we go. Lucky Unicorn, Leprechaun, gold coins, and sprinkles. I guess there's like 4 different options.
Yes, most are original glazed donuts dipped in white frosting and then decorated. The Lucky Leprechaun is filled with cookies and cream and dipped in green icing.
I'm in. All right, March 16th and 17th, participating locations will offer a free donut to anyone wearing green.
I just have to say, a luxury vehicle named a Wagoneer.
I'm just thinking about the cookies and cream stuffed donuts. I'm in.
Yeah, why
More
not?
incentive to wear green.
Oh my gosh, so sweet though, I bet. All right, let's take a look outside. We got a lot to talk about in the weather, including rain chances tonight through tomorrow morning. Some storms could be in the mix there too. Right now outside, we're getting a peak of sunshine right over 410 there on the road. That's about all the sun you'll see today. Just some quick passing glimpses of the sunshine before the clouds roll back in. It is overcast at the airport and 70 degrees. Winds are from the southeast at about 15 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour. We've already seen gusts of up to 25 miles per hour. And in the overnight hours, we saw light rain showers, about 0.07 of an inch of rain reported at the airport, which, yeah, that's not much, but it is something. And you can see that we're still dealing with some streamer showers, particularly east of San Antonio, working their way from south to north across that I-35 corridor near San Marcos, and then from Floresville to Lavernia to New Berlin and even to Stockdale, some quick streamer showers there as well, out toward Gonzales too. Other than that, it's just muggy and a pretty warm start to a March day. 70 degrees. We usually see a high temperature in the low 70s this time of year, and we're already there. 73 in Del Rio, 73 in Carrizo Springs, 76 in Cotulla, and 73 in Victoria. It's breezy, as I mentioned. Winds sustained up to 18 miles per hour in Kerrville. We've had these sustained winds from the southeast that have been breezy since about Tuesday. It's all been building up the low-level humidity. And in the future cast for the day today, I can't rule out a few streamer showers through noon, but generally rainfall is going to be few and far between today, with just again a few peaks of sunshine in the afternoon. Still going to be warm though, high temperature near 80 degrees just about everywhere across that I-35 corridor. Mid 70s for areas like Kerrville, Rock Springs, mid 80s Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Carrizo Springs, Uvalde, and even close to 90 degrees today for Laredo. So definitely a warm, breezy, humid, and cloudy day here in the Alamo City. 73 at noon, and then those peaks of sunshine should warm us up enough to, again, near 80 degrees. Gusts up to 30 miles per hour from the southeast, but our best chance for rain in a while is going to arrive after midnight here in San Antonio. And I do have to caution you, it's probably not going to amount to too much as far as rain is concerned. About 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch possible in places, with maximum 1/2 inch in some spots, but you'll be lucky if you get 1/2 inch of rain. The reason for the rain is this big upper level low that is going to cause some damaging weather across parts of the United States. Widespread, locked-in snowfall for areas like Denver and Wyoming, and potentially a tornado outbreak later on today across the Panhandle just east of Amarillo. You can see that in the future cast there. But we're going to be on the tail end of this system. By about midnight, some storms will develop out toward Del Rio and Valverde County and even into Edwards County. We're going to be watching these storms that develop out west carefully because those could be on the stronger side, with hail being the main concern. But again, here in San Antonio, we're going to be on the tail end of this system. So as it moves off to the east, closer to San Antonio, it's really going to weaken substantially. And probably between the hours of 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., we're just going to see a weak band of showers moving through with a few rumbles of thunder possible as well. And again, rainfall amounts won't be too impressive. Once that front moves through the dawn hours, through about dawn, we're going to see a few scattered showers, light rain showers remaining, but by noon we'll be clearing out and it'll be nice and sunny for the rest of Sunday. Again, a slight risk for severe weather for Valverde and for parts of Edwards County. That's a 2 on a scale of 1 to 5. The biggest risk for severe weather today is going to be well to our north, just east of Amarillo in the panhandle of Texas. By Monday and Tuesday, it'll be warm, 82 and 84 respectively, and then another chance for some scattered showers and storms Tuesday night into Wednesday before we end the week really pleasant. Alicia was talking about St. Patty's Day, nice and sunny, a high temperature of 80 degrees.
All right, there we go. Thank you so much, Sarah Spivey.
9:49, 70 degrees.
And we are talking Spurs. Go Spurs, go. Big win last night, hosting the Magic. Fans in the stands. We're going to explain after the break.
We've all heard about eating right, exercising, and getting enough sleep are important for good health, but other lifestyle behaviors can affect your well-being too. RJ Marquez has the story.
I'm just going to spread this.
What you do here, and even here could be making you sick. One common culprit, artificial sweeteners. They have 0 calories, but they can also destroy and alter gut bacteria. The way you sleep may also affect your health. Sleeping on your side in the fetal position might be comfortable, but it can lead to back pain and problems with your lungs. According to the National Sleep Foundation, the best position is on your back.
Next Tuesday, okay.
Prolonged sitting, even if you exercise daily, can affect your health as well. Try setting a timer to remind you to get up and walk around as much as possible, and get at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week. Also, avoid Teflon pans. They contain a chemical that's been linked to thyroid conditions, kidney problems, testicular cancer, and low birth weight. Deodorant that contains aluminum might also increase your risk for breast cancer.
Not drinking enough water is another mistake many people make. Dehydration can lead to high blood pressure and kidney stones. Experts recommend 11 to 16 cups of water per day. RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
Go Spurs, go. The Spurs are back and the fans are in the stands. Patty Mills helping right here. Helping welcome back the fans at the AT&T Center for the first time in over a year because of this pandemic. They hosted the Magic, so the Spurs coming out a little bit slow, a little nervous. 3,000 plus fans in the stands. Magic, hot start, 10-2 lead. There you go, uncontested. 3, Gary Clark putting the Spurs down 29-16 after 1 second quarter. Spurs going a 10-0 run. Patty Mills, Jacopoto, steal pass. Keldon Johnson, remember the name. DeJounte coming alive 3 straight, and the Spurs lead 47-39 at the half. Go to the third quarter, the Spurs would be up by as many as 14. Yes, 14, look at this. We call that cookies. Steal and the finish, boom. That's a good layup. 53-39. The Magic would cut that lead down again. Rudy Gay's first basket of the night, bringing the Spurs to a 10-point lead in the fourth. The Spurs blowing it wide open in the fourth. They end with a 104-77 victory. Whew, love to see that. All right, Spurs road trip Sunday. Philadelphia, 5:30. Joel Embiid not playing. He hurt his knee last night, so that could be a W. Detroit, 7 o'clock Monday. They're not very good. That could be a W. Chicago Bulls. They're good offensively, not that great a team. 7 o'clock Friday, that could be a W. Cleveland, they got destroyed last night by the Pelicans. 6:30 on Saturday, March 20th. They're not good either. There we go. We could go on a good winning streak here.
We have it all broken down right now. Thanks, Max. 9:55, 70 degrees outside. We've all heard that soda could increase your chances for obesity, but what about depression? Tomorrow on GMSA, we tell you about some unknown side effects of drinking soda that you will want to know about.
In the news you need to know before you go, San Antonio police searching for a suspect after 3 people shot on the city's far west side. Take a look. This all happened in the 9600 block of Highway 90 West. That's near Westgate Drive around 2 a.m. Investigators working to identify any people involved. Witnesses tell police they heard a vehicle speed away shortly after shots were fired. Deputies say 2 men shot in the leg, 1 woman shot in the chest twice. All 3 victims taken to the hospital, at least one of them in serious condition.
The rest of the day today is going to be muggy with a few peaks of sunshine, a high temperature near 80 degrees and breezy gusts up to 30 miles per hour. It's after midnight tonight that we have our best chance for rain. Now there will be storms out west around midnight. We'll be keeping an eye on those. Scattered showers and storms from about 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. in San Antonio, and then clearing tomorrow. A beautiful Sunday afternoon, 75. Warmer Monday and Tuesday before more rain Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, and then ending the week pretty comfortable.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. Tiffany, thank you for joining us this morning.
Happy to be here.
Thank you for watching us. Texas Eats starts right now.
Right now.
Right now.